to be given instructions on how to make Spanish yellow rice with some very simple techniques and step-by-step instructions. What I first like to do is make sure that we have all of our ingredients set on the counter, ready to go when it's time to start. So what we want to have is our big old caldero. This is a rice pot that we use in the Spanish culture, and you can pick them up like at bodegas. And what it is, it's not made out of Teflon. It's just like a big cast iron pot, and it makes the rice perfect in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fire on medium high, and I'm going to take vegetable oil is what we use. And with the vegetable oil, what I do is I just pour until the whole bottom of the pot is filled. So I just pour until you have the whole bottom pot filled, just like that. And then the next step is going to be to add your sofrito. What sofrito is a blend of green peppers, white onions, cilantro, and garlic, all blended up together. You can do it at home yourself, or you can buy it at the store ready to go. And with your measuring spoon that we're going to use is the one that we're going to use to stir the rice throughout the whole process. We take one big spoon of that and we pour right into the oil where it's going to make it nice and hot and saute it for you. So you're going to let that saute for a couple seconds. So while that is sauteing, we're going to add all of our seasonings. And what our seasonings include is, of course, salt. And what I do with the salt, I just go shake it a few times into there. So I go like 1, 2, 3, and you're done. The next thing is going to be adobo, which you also find in the Spanish aisle. The name brand is Goya. And you go the same thing a few times. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to add our sazon. Sazon, we're going to put 2 packs in. What sazon really is what's going to give it the nice yellow color that you need. So it's almost like a food coloring, but it also has like a salty seasoning to it. But it's mostly for the yellow color that you're going to need. So we're going to pour in 2 packets of that. And you're going to do a little mixing. You're going to mix. And that's how that looks. Then I'm going to add in, it's a jamon flavor, which is a ham flavoring that gives the rice a nice flavor for you. And we're going to put 1 packet of that. I'm going to pour that right on in. We're going to let that cook up for a little bit there. The next thing you're going to add is your salsa. It's a tomato sauce. Now you should use the Goya flavor, and these are the cans. You just put 1 whole can inside. Do a little bit more mixing. Then we're going to add in our beans. So what I'm going to use today are pink beans, and this is the way the can looks. You can buy them at the store, again, in the Spanish aisle. When they come in here, they come in with like a slushy, gooey texture. So what I do is I rinse them out before I actually put them into the rice. So I've already had them nice and rinsed out, and I'm just going to go right ahead and I'm going to pour them into our little mixture we have going on here. Then we're going to do a little bit more mixing. So now it's ready for us to just add in the rice. So I already pre-measured the rice depending on how much I was going to cook for my family today, which is 3 cups of rice. So I already have my 3 cups of rice measured out here for me. But what I want to point out is the type of rice I'm using. I'm going to use the Canilla rice, which is one of the Spanish brands. And what's the most important is that it says extra long grain. Extra long grain is going to make sure that your rice does not come out mushy or hard. It's the right length that you need the rice to be for this reason. So here's my rice. I already poured out. I'm doing 3 cups. So I'm going to pour in 3 cups of my rice. Right on in, right from the bag. And you're going to give that a little mixing. Just a little bit of mixing until it's almost like all covered. Then I'm going to add my water, which I already pre-measured. And what the water is the same amount of rice you're putting. So since I'm doing 3 cups of rice, I'm going to do 3 cups of water. And that's the way it works. This is the biggest problem. People usually put too much water. You want to do the same exact amount of rice and water. It has to be the same portion. 3 rice, 3 waters. 2 rice, 2 waters. Never put more water than what you're going to do with rice. What that was going to cause is for you to have mushy up rice. So now that you have this all nice and blended in, We're going to just let it set on medium to high heat until it comes to a nice boil. So the next time that we're going to do any mixing of this is going to be once the water has all been absorbed. Once you have the water all nice and absorbed, you want to bring your heat down to medium, and then you're going to mix one last time, and you're going to end up covering it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to time it 20 minutes. Do not touch the rice for 20 minutes. When 20 minutes are up, you're going to put the heat on low, mix your rice one last good time, and cover it up again. Then you're going to wait 10 minutes. And when you, after those 10 minutes are done, you're going to just mix your rice one last time, and it's ready to serve. Guarantee you, the less mixing you do, the better you are. That's the only time I mix is after the 20 minutes, one time. Mix it really good, pat it down, and put your lid on. Once the lid is on, you time it for 20 minutes. And once those 20 minutes are gone, you're going to mix one last time, and your rice is ready to serve.